What are you waiting for? Let's get this fight started!
You see it all. Whoa. Nice.
Take this! Out of this!
All my might.
Pitiful situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Whoa. Let's go.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Something quicker than that.
Now!
Rough. Under that.
Get serious!
Under the tables. Whoa.
All my might.
Whoa. Under that.
Take this!
Tables turned. Rough. Whoa, I'm struggling out here. Tables. Whoa. Looking rough.
My apologies, but I must fall back.
There we go! Take this!
With all my might.
Now!
Time to act. Under that.
All my might! There we go!
Looking rough. I'm struggling out here. Time to act.
All my might!
Whoa.
Take this!
Whoa.
There we go!
Easy.
Looking rough. With all my might.
Now!
Time to act.
Think again!
Gotta be quicker. Sacred bird, protect us. Whoa.
I can't believe this!
The enemy officer has been defeated. Time to act. Looking rough.
Sounds like fights are erupting all over.
Not many people can read and write. I feel like even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands...
For the sake of Lord Cao Cao's rule.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye.
This town has gotten...
They say this is an important place.
The children remain innocent and unflappable. Finally found myself a job.
I heard Lord Cao Cao's taken a liking to a wanderer named Zuluan.
Things have gotten so much better around here that you can hardly recognize them.
Wanderers are pretty common.
Pardon me a moment.
How's things? You've had a taste of officer life now. Starting to get used to things around here? Ha, no holding back, am I right? Good to see we can count on you. In any case, you're doing a fine job leading this band of ruffians. We may have our disagreements at times, but I got a feeling that you'll do fine. You were picked out by Lord Cao Cao himself, after all. Oh, almost forgot. I've good news for you. Remember when I told you that I was considering how to apply my natural talents to transporting provisions? Well, I think I've really found my calling there. Lord Cao Cao said my newfound skills will be a valuable addition to his force. Now, we can send provisions throughout the land with ease. We won't have to worry about plundering or getting sacked. We'd be one step closer to his vision. I've been trying to figure out what I could do, but I think it's finally coming together. Damn right. But you know, I wouldn't have come this far without you. Whenever I see you at work, my doubts seem to completely vanish, and I see everything in a new light. And I'm here wondering what I can expect from you next. I just can't take my eyes off of you. Well, isn't that a nice thing to say? Guess that means we're meant for each other. Let's keep giving the world something to be amazed at. Should be easy enough for the two of us.
This town has gotten bigger, now that I think about it.
Tables set.
All of you, follow me! Let's march! The curtain draws here!
The enemy officer has been defeated. It's even territory. He must push harder.
Take the rough.
Can't believe this. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Failure.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
Now.
Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
Time to attack. Prepare!
Let's give it to them.
Tables full.
All my might.
Looking rough. Time to attack. Take this. Looking rough. Nice. Prepare!
Time to end this.
Infested. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Thank you.
Finally found myself a job.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. Ah, he's just so cool.
I see Cao Cao's old habits are back in force. He's been trying this way and that to bring Guan Yu under his command. They say he's given him all sorts of treasures, even the fabled red hair. It's a familiar sight. Cao Cao loses all restraint when he encounters talent. But he's a true hero now, trying to rule over the realm. And a great hero becoming overzealous over a single officer is a problem. I doubt Guan Yu would change allegiances over mere flattery. And if I'm right, the enemy just gained another weapon. I just hope it doesn't come back to haunt us later.
What perfect timing. Lord Cao Cao has called for you. We must hurry.
I have a question. Were you close to Guan Yu? Oh, I see. Guan Yu is a man of integrity. I imagine he will want to return to Liu Bei's side. But it would be a shame if such talent were lost along with Liu Bei's life. If possible, I would like him to join my forces. I had hoped that if you knew him well, you might be able to think of a way to win him over. So even you cannot think of a way to bring him over to our side. If he wishes to return to Liu Bei no matter what, then perhaps we must make sure that is no longer an option. Before anything else, I want to know what Guan Yu is thinking. The moment our army has a chance to rest, I'd like you to find that out for me.
What? You're asking if I want to continue serving Lord Cao Cao? Certainly. He has been incredibly generous and has treated Liu Bei's family well. That is a debt I must repay in full before I leave. But I do not intend to stay here long. I will leave as soon as I know where my brother has gone. I, Guan Yu, will stand with Liu Bei until my death. That is an oath I will not break. Why? I haven't explained it to you, have I? Liu Bei is weaker than Lord Cao Cao. A cause for concern in some ways, I admit. Whenever he sees others suffering or in misery, he is driven to help them, heedless of logic. Because of that, we, and Liu Bei himself, have had to endure countless hardships. Some may see that as foolishness. Others may jeer, calling it a lack of principle. But Liu Bei knows the suffering of the people. He knows the cries of the destitute, who lack the power to act. I believe that is the quality necessary to bring an end to these times of war. Forgive my prattle, but those are my thoughts in full. I presume you came here at Lord Cao Cao's behest to see where I stand. If you would, please tell him that I am sorry.
Lord Guan Yu, I hear that Lord Liu Bei is still missing. I cannot imagine how that must feel. But I am happy that I could fight alongside you once more. And I say that in earnest.
I cannot thank you enough for saving my life and the lives of my brother's family.
No need. The loss of a warrior such as yourself would be a loss to the entire realm. You said the same to me once.
Zheng Liao.
I echo that sentiment. Lord Guan Yu, you are worthy of our respect, and I am glad we could speak once more.
Lord Shi Huang.
My training with you was my salvation when I lost my way. At the risk of sounding presumptuous, I hope our presence here eases your suffering even a little.
Aye. We may have different reasons and circumstances, but we are all warriors climbing the same peak. If we train and continue to better our minds and bodies, a path may one day present itself.
I am beyond grateful to both of you. Let us spar, that I may reforge my wavering mind.
Nothing would bring me more joy.
Yuan Shao's forces gathered around Baima greatly outnumber our own. They must be trying to quash our potential strategies with sheer numbers.
Be that as it may, any commander who would lead such a massive army is bound to let his hubris get the better of them. We must discover and strike at where they have been negligent. The question is how?
Send a small force to ambush them? No. It would be but a momentary diversion against an army that large. Though if we can separate their forces, we may be able to take them down one group at a time.
Separate them how? I doubt Yuan Shao would be easily fooled.
If one wants to catch a catfish sleeping at the bottom of a pond, one must use valuable bait.
Bait?
Very well. I will join the assault. Then even Yuan Shao will panic and send his army.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. He's just so cool.
I heard Lord Cao Cao's taken a
What's his piece even worth?
Lord Shunyo becomes a different person when he drinks.
Even with such an eminent family, Yuan Shao stands out as truly powerful, trumping even Yuan Shu.
Let's begin.
Yes.
Golly!
Yes.
Listen.
Victory on the battlefield is worth any cost.
Now go. I will act as bait and lure away their main force. You take a detached force to drive through the gap and relieve Baima Castle.
Those are Cao Cao's forces? Headed for Baima Castle? I have to warn Lord Yin Liang.
If they inform the main force of our position, we will lose the advantage of surprise. Quickly, pursue them! Let's go!
We will keep the enemy at bay. You must hurry to Lord Yin Liang's side. March forward!
We have received word that Cao Cao himself is headed for Yanjing. We cannot let this opportunity go to waste. We shall send our troops to target him. We march at once!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough. It appears we have evaded detection by the enemy for now. We will continue our advance swiftly and silently.
The enemy officer has
Lord
been
Cao
defeated.
Cao's renown makes him an excellent decoy. Just look at the size of the force they've sent after him. With this many of their soldiers here, Baima should be relatively unguarded. Our task is to do all that we can to protect Lord Cao Cao.
Their numbers matter not, for I will never falter. With enough wisdom and courage, there is always a path to victory. Begin advancing!
Take them by surprise. The ambush is about to begin. We must act as one.
I expected more out of an officer.
Behold, Allied forces are marching to our aid. This will be enough to break the siege. Stand strong. Our victory is imminent.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Take it! I owe Lord Cao Cao a great debt of gratitude. This battle is my chance to repay it with my blade. And go on, you! Fight me! If you think you are skilled enough!
The strength of Yuan Shao's forces lies in their inexhaustible numbers. They seem to be pouring out
enemy
from
officer
the fort in an endless
been
stream.
defeated.
We should first focus our efforts on taking the fort. That will force them to change their strategy.
Advance!
So we've managed to rally our forces. Then we must maintain our advantage.
We shall attack like a surging wave. Make haste with preparations.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Looking rough.
Take this! All my might! All my might! I'll end this!
Break it!
The enemy is near! All my might! Go on!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I will break you! Fight to bring glory to our forces!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Sure know how to fight!
An incredible feat. You shine like a beacon for the others.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let them cut off our reinforcements. Quickly, we must reclaim it. Let's start the advance.
I am ready.
Looking rough. Let's start the advance.
With all my might.
This is too good to be true. The enemy's massive force is beginning to crumble all on its own.
We are providing aid in this battle in accordance with our pledge to the people of the North. However, seeing as Cao Cao is loyal to the Han court, we have no objections to taking his life.
Did I think this?
The enemy officer.
That's one more stepping stone on my path to true might.
Face me one-on-one. You stand in the presence of Yan Liang. I am one of Lord Yuan Shao's greatest warriors. You really think you have what it takes to fight me? You do not lack for skill, it seems. This battle has only just begun. I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Whoa. Let's go. I have been bested. How can this be?
Liang has been defeated. Impossible. This cannot be. I can't believe we managed to drive back such a large force. We may be outnumbered, but this battle is far from hopeless.
Cao Cao, you are a snake, guarding the corrupt throne to satisfy your endless avarice.
Has been defeated.
Chaos has stricken the land, and the tears of the weak pool at the feet of the Emperor. That is why you must be eliminated.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Do not know who you are or from where you hail. She seems to be driven by a strong conviction.
Let's go.
The sash of the sacred bird Luan. And those eyes. Yes, you must be.
We should stop here to assess the situation.
Send in Wenchou. Attack Yanjin and bring me Cao Cao's head. Our next target will likely be the enemy forces at Yanjin. This time, we can send some of our soldiers to the front. We can cross the river to the north and attack the enemy from behind.
The enemy officer.
We must also be prepared to scale the cliffs on the way.
Our allies are doing well. Keep it going.
The time is right. We should attack now.
This land has fallen in the name of my lord.
Turn the table.
You are very skilled.
The enemy officer.
It is a true honor for me to be able to fight alongside you.
I'm starting to get fatigued at this rate. I'm afraid I've got no choice but to fall back.
Territory. The enemy officer has been defeated.
A fort to fall here.
That was an impressive
The enemy
effort.
officer has
I
been
enjoy
defeated.
just watching you out there.
Forgive me. I must leave this battle in your capable hands.
The moment has come. Bring him down. One seeks to overcome their opponent on the battlefield through superior resources. You, on the other hand, depend on your wits and courage. You may be my enemy, but I do admire your will to fight. You might even color me intrigued by it.
This has been brutal. I don't know how much more I can take.
Excellent. Now, go forth and show me what you can do.
I can't hold on much longer. We need a way through.
Any foe will crumble when caught off guard. Attack!
Perfect timing. I was looking for an opportunity to test my new tactics.
You're mine! I believe in you. Every victory
There's no
serves to
virtue
make
in
me
dying
that much
for so
stronger.
little. I shall retreat and fight another day.
The enemy forces at Yanjin have greatly diminished. We will finish them off.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Are you ready to attack? Prepare for battle.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I am Wen Zhou, one of Yuan Shao's greatest fighters. Any who believe themselves worthy may test their might against me. You are half bad, so your bravery isn't without justification. Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
With the Azure Dragon! Damn it all! Why did it have to end like this? What? Wen Zhou has fallen! This is not possible. What on earth happened? Go! I could foresee losing either Yanliang or Wen Zhou, but for both to have been slain, you fought well this time, Cao Cao. But this brings you no closer to matching our might. In the end, there can only be one victor, and that will be me!
Winning the first battle bodes very well for our side, but overcoming their greater numbers will prove to be difficult. This is not where we will strike the final blow. We will pull our forces back for now. This was a great victory, and it is owed to your wisdom and strength.
We are humbled, but it is not yet over, my lord.
Aye. We've swatted away some of their troops, but the flow of the battle has not yet shifted.
It looks like Yuan Shao is continuing his march south. They will overrun us if we do not intercept them.
To defeat a large army, we must first take advantage of the terrain. We will draw back the front line to Guandu. There, we shall make our stand against Yuan Shao.
Zuluan, it's been too long. So it really was you. I never would have expected this. But why didn't you tell me where you were? What are you saying, Zuluan? Don't tell me you've forgotten who I am. You won't answer? Or maybe you can't. Then it's true. You really have forgotten everything. Well, I suppose I should have known. If you had your memories, you wouldn't have allied yourself with Cao Cao, the usurper of the Han. You have forgotten your mission, your ideals, and the promises you made. And now you're floating aimlessly through life. Yet even so, you are unable to escape your fate as a guardian of peace. You submit to a higher power and act as a weapon for them, just as you did as a guardian of peace once before. Though this seems even more pitiful, Juha, what did she say to you in the end? Did she tell you to forget everything and live on, or to pursue true peace? If you can't remember, then let me remind you. Juha is dead. You were there when it happened. And now you're living a carefree life, free from any memory of her death. Perhaps that is the greatest insult of all. Remember, Zuluan!
Are you crying? Go, Zuluan. Down your own path. Are you crying? I'm fine. Go, Zuluan. Down your own path.
I thought you had both died. I never imagined. I thought I was alone. Maybe I was being foolish, desperately clinging to a past that will never return. I have some advice for you, Zuluan. If you insist on following the Han and allying with Cao Cao, then I will not hesitate to stand against you once more. You must remember who the Han are to us. Well, the point may be moot if Cao Cao is crushed by Yuan Shao in the next battle. I look forward to seeing him struggle.
For the sake of Lord Cao Cao.
advance! All of you, follow me! Let's march!
Take this. This location is too valuable to be taken. There we go. Fortify our defenses, comrades! There we go. Turn the tables. Time to act. Can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Hunters out. Seven's here. I see it.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. Looking rough. Looking rough. Take this. I see it. All my might. Could I?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I've been waiting for this. Take this. Give it to us. Let's go. I've been waiting for this. You are a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Time to end this. I can't believe this.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
That one is the key to turning the tide.
With all my might.
Begin pursuit. Immediately.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I see it. We're driving them back. Keep it up.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself.
Concentrate. The time is right. Go. Looking rough. Take this.
I'm making my way out.
All my might. Looking rough. Whoa.
Our enemies fell to my incredible might.
With all my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated. This territory is ours.
What does peace even look? Things have gotten so much better.
I hear the Emperor is in Shochun.
Lord Eugene is way too strict.
Even with such an eminent family,
Juha. I see. I had been wondering who she was, and why she chose to help you. It may be that the Juha you saw was a mirage, created by your own sense of guilt. That seems to be the logical conclusion. Ziluan, I believe now is the time for you to face the real Chuha. You should figure out what it was that all of you staked your lives to accomplish. You, Chuha, Bailuan, and all of the Guardians of Peace. Don't you think you're underestimating me, Ziluan? I think you ought to place a little more faith in me. The key to unlocking your past is most likely the incense used by the Guardians of Peace. Well, while you've been off fighting, I've been busy myself. Very busy, in fact. However, I'm afraid the truth is crueler than you might imagine, Ziluan. I would understand if you wish to avoid learning the truth. That too is a valid choice. But if you do decide you want to unravel your past, it would be my duty as a doctor to offer my full assistance. That said, we had best try out the incense first of all. I will be rather embarrassed if it doesn't help you remember anything.
Everything's gotten so expensive.
So you remember, we fought the government forces that came to purge our village and were cut down. And now, you know, I am but a fragment of your memory, a mirage from your past, born of your deep, painful regret over having survived that day. I think this will probably be the last time you'll see me. You do not need me anymore. Because now, you remember it all. The dreams we shared, the path we chose, the hopes that I passed on to you. I made my own choices, my own decisions. I lived my life without regrets. Feeling guilty for our deaths only cheapens our resolve. So please, do not blame yourself anymore. From this point on, do not let your desire to atone for your past shape your future. Instead, be guided by your will to see your choices through. Now, go forth. You do not need to look back at us anymore. And thank you. Ziluan, take care of Bailuan for us.
Good. It seems you were able to remember Chuha. That success is a weight off my mind. You did well. I officially pronounce you cured, which means my work is complete. Yes, there is nothing more to be done. Well, I haven't really decided just yet. That's sad. I've always thought of visiting the land where my father studied medicine. Perhaps now is the time. As for you, Zuluan, you will be fine without me. Now that you know who you are, you're free to live your life as you wish. My, how you've changed. Zuluan, you're nothing like you were when we first met. The old you would have never said such a thing. Back then you were a wild warrior, hurling yourself into battle heedless of your wounds. But yes, despite my teasing, our journey has been one of the most rewarding times in my life. I met so many people, all fighting to survive this chaotic era. On second thought, maybe I could linger for a while longer yet. After all, what better place to fulfill my duty? Well, I call it a duty, but it's a humble matter compared to the exploits of someone like yourself. I learned medicine from my father, and he from his father. Along with that knowledge, they passed down the ideal of healing the sick and aiding the wounded. Now that I'm of a certain age, it's my duty to pass that ideal on to someone else. Just as Shuha passed her dreams and ideals on to you. Which is a roundabout way of asking, would you let me travel with you a little while longer? Thank you, Zuluan. I mean, that is to say, I shall continue to be at your service and provide what help I can.
Not many people can read and write. Even with such an eminent family.
Well... Here you are.
Lord Shunyo becomes a different... Lord Eugene is way too...
Hey, did you hear? Yuan Shao's main force is coming down south.
They say it's 10 times the size of ours. We can't win this fight.
And I hear we're almost out of supplies, too. It's all over for us.
Line up. We will now begin our training.
Lord Eugene, surely now isn't the time.
Yeah! Why should we train when... we're gonna die here?
Get moving. Anyone who talks back to a superior officer will be punished. Your job now is not to cower. It is to fulfill your duty as soldiers of Cao Cao's army. Continue to train yourselves until your fear and hesitation are gone. Understood?
Sir! Everyone, get in line!
I've just returned from scouting Guandu. Yuan Shao's army is as massive as the rumors say. Maintaining it must require a great deal of supplies. I've heard from Lord Guojia about the battle in Puyang. It sounds as though supplies won the day. And I think that may once again be the deciding factor in this battle. What do you think? My thoughts exactly. Even a massive army cannot wage war without food or weapons. I will go propose striking at their supply routes. I am sure Lord Cao Cao will be open to the idea.
This town has gotten bigger, now that I think about it.
Oh, pardon my manners. I was so deep in thought that I'd forgotten our plans to meet. Yes. To tell you the truth, I haven't had even a moment to rest. Matters of war have been left to Lord Shunyo, Jashu, and Goja. That leaves the task of governing Shu in my hands. I must also be vigilant against agents of Yuan Shao, interfering with domestic affairs. And the recent incident is yet to be fully dealt with. Yes, the attempt made on Lord Cao Cao's life, at the behest of the Emperor himself. Truth be told, we had considered the possibility, but not so soon. It seems the Emperor feels threatened by our leader's power. Should a mere retainer be allowed to attain more power than the Emperor? This is a matter that we must now carefully consider. There are many issues at hand, but for now, I must remain focused on protecting our leader. Yes, you're right. I cannot deny the wisdom of your words. Perhaps it's fatigue taking its toll on me. But I find that my ability to focus is beginning to fray. The other day, I was out negotiating with officials and handling government affairs, all without noticing that my hat had caved in. The funny thing is that later I actually saw the ministers all walking together with their hats caved in the exact same way. I couldn't believe how quickly my carelessness had become a fashion statement. I suppose all I can do now is wait for it to go out of style. No, well, perhaps that is it. I am grateful for their respect, but now I feel even more embarrassed. I'd like for you to keep all this to yourself. Let it be our little secret. Be that as it may, I am glad that we have made plans to meet later. If I am to rest, I would very much like it to be with you at my side. Now, shall we make our way to my estate? Please forgive me if I fall asleep on the way.
Sake of Lord Cao Cao's rule.
Lord Eugene is way too strict.
I hear the way Lord Zhonghe fights is a sight to behold.
I used to be a Yellow Turban, just like Cao Cao.
Ah, I'm pleased to see you. Though it is the eve of battle, you appear as calm as always. Come, sit. Let us talk as friends. Now is not the time to stand on ceremony. Still, I am surprised to see you here. I sent the letter with little hope of a reply, let alone a personal visit. Indeed. I also wanted to see you again. I could not go myself, so I thank you for taking the risk to come here. Things could have been different between us. Here we are, forced to meet in secret like conspiring thieves. I regret not making you mine before parting ways with Cao Cao. But I only have myself to blame. I let pride get in the way. Once you agreed to serve Cao Cao, you would never leave him. Admirable, I suppose, but now it has come to this. I know you, through and through, thanks to that night we spent together. Good. It'd be a sad thing indeed, to be the only one who did. A shared memory is that much finer, eh? Now, what to do tonight? Given the circumstances, I'm not able to extend my usual grand hospitality. But since you went to the trouble of sneaking in here, the least we can do is talk for a while. We'll forget about our situation for a while, and I'll tell you all there is left to tell of Yuan Shao. Come, let's go somewhere more agreeable. I won't take no for an answer.
What shall we do, Lord Cao Cao? Their numbers are far too great to fight without a plan.
Yuan Shao's army is growing cautious as it nears Guandu. It appears their loss in Baima has shaken them.
But with our supplies dwindling, Yuan Shao must know that time is on his side.
Any news from Shu City, Guojia?
Lord Xun Yu says that lords in the vicinity of Shu City are showing signs of revolt. And there are rumors that Liu Bei was spotted among the leaders of the rebellion.
Liu Bei?
His Majesty has taken a liking to Liu Bei. If he comes to the rescue, then His Majesty will follow him.
Then it is imperative that we send more troops to put the rebellion down, yes?
Do not be so nervous, Lord Xun Yu. Those who lack the heart of a warrior are destined for defeat. Let us endure for a while longer. Our chance will come to us in time.
Brother. Farewell, Zheng Liao.
Nothing more must be said. Press on, friend, and walk your own path.
I am in your debt. I have sworn to live and die at Liu Bei's side. And that is where I must go. It's you. I must also bid you farewell. Lord Cao Cao has granted me permission to return to Liu Bei, and I will do so today. Somewhere around Shu City. That will be enough for me to find him. There is much I owe you. While this may be goodbye, it has been an honor to fight alongside you once again. I, Guan Yu, will never forget this debt. I do not know where we may meet again, but when we do, let us test our strength once more.
Well, this is unusual. Lord Guojia. We hardly ever see you grimace like that.
I feel we're still missing something decisive for the upcoming battle. So much already plays to our benefit, but we still lack the final push to guarantee our victory.
How unlike you. Weren't you just telling us to wait for opportunities to present themselves?
Even I would like some control over the battle's outcome.
Ah, there you are.
Oh, Lord Shunyo. What is it?
Lord Cao Cao is calling for all of you. A letter was brought in from Xu Yo of Yuan Shao's army.
A man known to both Lord Cao Cao and Yuan Shao, serving directly under Yuan Shao, I believe. I'm curious to see what a message from an acquaintance like him contains. You must be too, Lord Guojia.
I suppose. Let us hope it's good news. One letter could very well turn the tide of war. My, things are becoming interesting.
Now that is why everyone's afraid of Lord Guojia.
Xu Yo of Yuan Shao's army has sent us a letter. He is unhappy with Yuan Shao and is ready to surrender. He's also included some other pertinent information.
If I may, precisely what is he unhappy about?
That Yuan Shao favors corrupt advisors, prioritizing their suggestions above all. Not only does he reject earnest plans in favor of theirs, but he even imprisons his most loyal servants.
I'm glad you are not like him, my lord. Otherwise, my head would have rolled long ago.
I suppose that is the essence of Yuan Shao as a leader.
Thinking back on it, he was always prone to these bad habits. He would show kindness to those who respected him, but enmity toward any who dared to oppose him. But that is irrelevant. What's important is this. According to Xu Yo, supplies for Yuan Shao's army are being gathered in Wuchao. He says the defenses there are weak, and that it will easily fall if attacked.
Indeed. We will need to confirm if it is true. But if it is, This may well guarantee our victory.
Then let us gather the officers.
Aye, we bring Yuan Shao's fate to an end here.
The difference in strength is clear to see. In terms of pure numbers, we stand no chance. So, we must first attack the heart of the enemy forces.
And by heart, you mean their supplies?
That's right. We will send out 2 units from Guandu to attack both the supply line and their stock of provisions.
Lord Shu Huang, we will have you lead the unit attacking the supply line.
I will not let you down. My men and I will do whatever it takes.
Lord Cao Cao will lead the other unit himself. We have received word that the enemy has a storehouse in Wuchao that is poorly defended.
Really?
Our scout was certain of it. Xuan Yuchong is defending the provisions. We will attack him and burn the lot. The success of this plan rides on the element of surprise. The enemy cannot find out what we're up to. And even if we can conceal our true motives, if Guandu falls before the attack is complete, we're done for.
So we must make sure that Yuan Shao's army in Guandu is dealt with before we even begin.
An assault to their defenses and a surprise attack. If either fails, then all is lost. Let us all play to our strengths and do everything in our power. If we can accomplish that, then victory is assured. Fear not. In this battle, we will show the world our true strength.
Well, is everyone here?
My might shall illuminate the path to victory.
Now go. The time has come. We shall finally face Yuan Shao and finish this. My elite soldiers, pour your sweat and blood into our efforts to grasp victory here.
Looking rough. Whoa. This incredible formation is the embodiment of our strength. Onward, with your heads held high. Our military might is overwhelming. That much is plain to see. All we have to do is forge ahead and crush them underfoot.
All right, our transports are ready. Let's go! The supplies we bring to our forces shall bolster their efforts!
The enemy is sending forward transport units. Now is the time. Sever their supply line!
Situation. The enemy officer has been defeated.
They choose to fight back despite our imposing show of force. We'll just have to strive harder to break their spirit.
Situation. The enemy officer has been defeated.
The enemy has set its sights on the Guandu garrison. We'll head to Wu Chao.
The enemy officer
for their provision.
Has been defeated.
We are at a critical juncture, so I shall go as well. I leave the defense of the base to you. I'm counting on you.
Now advance this!
Looking rough.
Our march is about to commence. Onward! Attack the Guandu garrison! Begin the advance!
Looking rough. Let's go.
We will intercept these foes. Defend it to the last.
The enemy
Let
officer
not a single man through.
The enemy officer
March forward.
has been defeated.
I shall lead the way. Everyone, keep pace with me.
Hunters out. Let's go!
Got you.
Deliver the provisions, everyone. Come. Let us attack with renewed vigor.
Looking rough.
Get yourselves ready. We begin our attack. Such turbulent times force even friends to fight one another.
All my might.
But I've no other choice.
I hope this surprises
The enemy force is
The enemy
tremendous in
officer
scale.
has been defeated.
If we don't galvanize our forces, we'll be swallowed up in an instant.
Well done! Most impressive!
Good eye.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go.
Let's go. The enemy officer has been defeeted. The enemy officer has been defeated.
You seem to have recovered. Even so, the next steps will be crucial.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Believe this.
The enemy officer
seems to be
has
going
been
well for
defeated.
us. Perhaps we should push on now. I would like to draw the enemy's attention away from Wu Chao.
March forward.
All my might. Each one of Cao Cao's men is worth 10 of ours. We have no chance. We must retreat, for now.
The enemy officer
We were able to repel
has been
such a
defeated.
large force. I can hardly believe we actually pulled it off.
The enemy officer
has been defeated.
Fight is
The
glorious!
enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go!
I have conquered this area.
Let's go! I challenge you to battle. Prepare yourself. Looking rough. Time to act. Looking rough. Take down. Punch over. Take this. All my might. Can't believe this.
The enemy officer
Such great
has been
strength.
defeated.
I'm pulling back for now.
Truly amazing. I'm happy to have you in our ranks.
Take this.
The enemy
I see the
officer
position has been
has
secured.
been defeated.
This should prevent the enemy from building more weapons.
Bring them down.
Take this. Time to act.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Must fall back.
Oh boy,
Let's go.
you really are amazing. I'm glad you're with us.
We're making good progress. Keep pushing forward.
We end this here.
Looking rough.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
This territory is ours.
Let's go. An ambush from Cao Cao's forces? They left the garrison undefended? We have to drive them back. We cannot allow Wu Chao to fall into their hands, no matter what!
The surprise attack begins now. This may be our best chance to rout them.
There's some commotion to the north. Could Wu Chao be under attack? All my might.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer
Wu Chao's provisions
has been
must be
defeated.
guarded at all costs. Shall go to support them.
This is our
The
chance
enemy
to
officer
turn this battle
has
around.
been defeated.
All the officers guarding this area to the sword.
This
Cao
territory.
Cao's army.
The enemy officer
They are a
has been
veritable
defeated.
storm, shaking the House of Yuan and this era to their very core.
No! What's done to her? It can't go on!
All of the guards are out of the picture. Finished. Well done. Now we shall obliterate
The enemy
the morale
officer
of Yuan
has
Shao's
been
men.
defeated.
Burn it all!
Let's go.
Their provisions ablaze!
Reporting! Wu Chao is burning! All our provisions are up in flames!
What did you say?
you, Cao Cao. Now you've done it.
The winds have changed direction. Now blow in our favor. This is our chance to crush Yuan Shao. Now advance!
This should work well in dampening their spirits. Still, the enemy is great in number. Now the real fight begins.
It is my duty to clear the way for Cao Cao. No matter how formidable the foe may be.
Trust in our strength to the very end. Onward, my brave men! The battle is almost at an end!
Bring him down.
So you've come, Cao Cao. It's finally time to finish this. The intertwining of our fates ends here and now.
Now for all my might.
Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Fall back.
On the pride of the UN, I shall crush our enemies. Everyone, steel yourselves and form rank.
The might of the proud house of Yuan! All units, prepare to attack! You're looking for a chance to strike. If you don't bring down the commanding officers, you will suffer heavy losses.
Indeed, you really do seem to be a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
Your combat abilities are terrific.
The enemy
I shall
officer
serve as an example for my own efforts.
Take this! Turn the tables. Be quicker than that. All my might.
An officer? You must be kidding!
Take this. All my might.
Can't believe this.
The enemy officer
Cao Cao
has been
you
defeated.
have done well to come this far in our battle. Yet, you are still greatly outnumbered. Surely in all your wisdom, you have realized the truth, and you cannot possibly win this battle.
The enemy officer
Many impossible
has been
feats
defeated.
have been performed during this struggle, but they all seem to have slipped your notice. The fierce warriors that fight under my banner are worth 10 times their number. Soon, you will know how deep my strength runs.
An interloper in our midst.
Take this. I've been waiting for this. Take the all my might.
Failure.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Insolent cur!
Let's go.
Forcing us to break off our assault!
Take this!
What could possibly drive you to charge so recklessly into the fray?
To overcome all odds to make it this far. We have both
enemy
exhausted
officer
our respective
has
talents.
been defeated.
A true battle among battles. As such, I, Jung Woo, shall put everything on the line. Let's go. The enemy officer has been defeated. I fought with everything I had to the very end. We were defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
While others mainly boast
enemy
of
officer
superior numbers,
has been defeated.
he displayed his superior skill. It would be a terrible waste to dispose of him here.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I judged the situation poorly. You appear when you're most needed. That is a talent in itself.
What a predicament. Even so, I shall not abandon hope. You fight with the strength of a tiger. You may indeed be the strongest of all. So...
This cannot be. My forces were vast, and yet they crumble. How am I being defeated?
The generosity of your family is widely known. It has drawn this large army to your side. I cannot deny territory.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
But with great numbers come many voices.
Let's go.
And an inability to make quick decisions. In war, that is a weakness you cannot afford. I do not hesitate. I pay no mind to insignificant voices. That is what sets me apart. I impose my will by force, and my will is to bring peace to the land.
Time to act. That was much too close. The enemy officer
I will forever remember
defeated.
this favor.
Bring them down.
None other could accomplish such feats. Continue to perform in this manner.
That won't work.
Time's right.
Defeated. Cao Cao has defeated me. What does he possess that I do not?
Let's go.
So we've lost him. No matter. We have done enough. Even he will not be able to recover from such a loss. Yuan Shao. You once told me that you would be the one to restore the entire land. I suppose history will prove who was right. You were a man of true virtue. Another time, you might have been the victor. But it seems history would not accept you as the hero that will bring these wars to an end. Let us go, Zluan. We have stepped over many bodies to get here. We have much left to do.
Cao Cao emerged victorious from a decisive battle with Yuan Shao, becoming the most powerful individual in the land. He actively strove to establish hegemony over Hebei, and in turn, the entire land. The Sun clan fell into turmoil after being tragically deprived of their lord once again. However, with their combination of capable youth and dependable seniority, they were able to secure territory for the kingdom of Wu. Their future now lay in the hands of their young leader. Liu Bei had yet to establish his territory and could not realistically attempt to gain supremacy. But he focused on gaining something worthwhile out of his indecision. The turbulent sea of the era turned into a powerful whirlpool, and before long, into a violent torrent. Chapter 5. With Chu Liang's assistance, Liu Bei decides on a plan to gain power. A decisive battle is held at Chibi.
As of yesterday, Yuan Shao is no more.
But his sons now continue his legacy. They have set up a stronghold in Ji province.
Ji will not fall easily.
On the contrary, before his death, Yuan Shao made one fatal error.
Oh?
He didn't appoint a true successor. Isn't that right, Lord Jiashu?
Correct. And wars over succession are very common in such times. Yuan Shao knew as much, and I believe he intended for his youngest son, Yuan Sheng, to take over.
But he passed before he could set that in stone. The brothers have already begun fighting. It may make things easier than when Yuan Shao was alive.
Lord Goja.
Sorry I'm late. I may have had a little too much to drink last night. I found myself giving in to any number of temptations. I'm afraid my weaknesses were exploited.
How rare to see a mighty strategist in such a state.
Men are as surprising as the world around them. Who would have thought the Yuan family's grip on Hebei would end up so loose today? Several officers surrendered to us in Guandu. They may be able to help us take Hebei for ourselves.
Oh, it's you. Thank you. Leaving the House of Yuan was difficult, but I have long awaited this day. That ideal battlefield we spoke of. I believe joining you is the best way to find it. Though I may have once been your enemy, I am honored to now fight by your side. It is truly a pleasure. Let us fight bravely for Lord Cao Cao. Still, Lord Yuan Shao's children and the rest of his family remain in control of Hie. It is my hope that they will not be involved in our future battles. Especially knowing that Lord Yuan Shi's wife will protect the Yuan family at all costs. Yes, a capable woman, as brave as any warrior I know. It could be said that she is the one who keeps the Yuan family and their troops going. But do not be mistaken. I too am a man of war. Should they stand in our way, I will not hesitate to strike them down. However, in these troubled times, it does not do to be completely heartless.
Go ahead.